remember a time that an employee of mine was struggling with a series of personal issues that not only distracted him from his work, they completely destroyed his positivity and enthusiasm for life. In the course of a few months, he changed from a warm, open, joyful person to a shell of his former self, completely disconnected from the people around him whom he no longer trusted, closed off to new conversations, and also fearful of the next change that would disrupt his life. It wasn't that the work had changed. It was his perspective that made the difference. The talent and spark that made him so successful before all these things happened were still there within him, and yet, the more he pushed the bad away, the more he shut out the good. At one point, he was even ready to quit. We all have lives, and we all have tough days. How can you, as a leader, help people get through life's inevitable storms? Turns out, it's as simple as acknowledging the storm they're going through. The art of acknowledgement demonstrates your understanding and compassion for another person. It helps them feel heard, and it ensures that you are clear on what they are truly saying. When someone feels heard, they start to listen. Acknowledgement gets people out of their own heads and helps bring them into a conversation. Often people mistake acknowledgement and agreement for the same thing. They're not. Acknowledgement is just letting someone know they've been heard, and this allows them to start to shift from explanations and excuses to solutions and progress. As a leader, you will often find yourself in a position to address other people's mistakes and perspectives. Will you do so in a way that makes them feel worse? Or will you listen to understand and acknowledge their perspective so you can help them move forward? It's time to take action. Usually when someone tells us something they did wrong, our first instinct is to tell them what they should have done instead. Today, when there's a problem, resist the urge to try and solve it. Listen first so you can acknowledge their perspective on what happened. Always acknowledge what was right first, and then shift the conversation to what could have been done differently. Showing compassion for another person by acknowledging them supports both clean communication and connection, especially when two people disagree. Compassion prevents us from standing in judgment of another person. When someone feels judged, they become defensive. No learning, understanding, or appreciation can occur from a place of judgment. We'll look closer at how feelings impact performance.